Hi, I'm Bernardo. I'm a graphic designer and have my own business. And the bad decision, I'm actually going to talk about 3 bad decisions that shaped my career where I am today. The first one was my choice in grad school. I applied for 4 programs, graphic design, the top school in Philadelphia, the top school in New York, and 2 other top schools. I got into all 4 programs, so it was pretty much my choice. And I was gonna go to New York. I really wanted to go there, experience the city. But I was convinced that I should have stayed in Philly and go to the school here in Philly. And about, I want to say a month, but pretty much a week into grad school, I realized that I chose the wrong school. My philosophy and the school's philosophy were very different. We were, butting heads from day one, and I almost quit week 1. I was this close to quitting at week 3. I almost had a nervous breakdown at week 6. It was not the best place to be for 2 years, but I was here on a student visa, so I kind of had to stick through with it, or I'd be deported. So it was just the toughest 2 years of my life, career-wise. So that was a bad choice career-wise. After that, after finishing grad school, there was my dream job for years. And I actually got an interview there in New York. And I decided to go up to New York. I commuted briefly because it was a short-term job. I was very excited. And about a month into it, I realized it wasn't the right place for me to be. It was a big name company where I thought I'd be super happy, and I wasn't happy. Turns out New York is too big for my taste, and I actually love Philly at this moment. So I didn't want to be there, but I got this dream job, dream city. I made the choice to move up there, and for 2 years I was miserable. So that was another huge, terrible choice in my career. And I think the third terrible choice in my career was when I quit my job in New York and moved back to Philly with no clients. I thought I had enough capital to sustain myself for a year, and it turns out it was 6 months. And my bank accounts were going down and down and down, and my clients were not knocking on my door as I thought they would. So I thought I made a terrible choice of starting my business without a single client or without enough money. And I'm a graphic designer, so it's not like I could go out asking for investors. So I made 3 very big choices, terrible choices in my career. And the common thread I feel is that each choice made me doubt myself. The grad school choice made me doubt whether I should be in grad school, made me doubt whether that was the right place for me. My bad choice in going to New York and taking this job instead of sticking around in Philly and trying to get a job here made me doubt if my dream was the right dream, if I should be a designer for a big company, if I should have stayed behind. And the third big choice made me doubt whether I should be a business owner, whether I should have maybe groomed myself to have some clients first, have more capital. But I was just doubting left and right. And about a year ago, and it wasn't a retrospective thing, it happened. I put a post-it on my message board at my desk, and it says, I make the worst choices when I doubt myself. So thinking back about those 3 terrible choices, they made me doubt myself, but there always came a point where I realized I shouldn't have doubted myself, and that those actually I made them the right choice. So grad school, my last semester we had an MFA show, and 2 very different people told me how much I grew as a designer, but still kept my own identity. And I met wonderful people, and I feel that I'm a much better designer for having gone there. So all the doubts and all the reasons why I thought that was a bad choice, I stuck around, I stopped doubting myself, and I made it a good choice. The job in New York, it was a terrible job because it wasn't the right job for me. because I was doubting whether I should be there. But I stuck around for 2 years, and I transformed it into a good choice because I had a great experience. I met wonderful people. I grew a lot personally from being in New York. So the moment I stopped doubting myself whether I should be there, I made it a good choice. And about a year ago, when I was doubting whether I should be a business owner or not, I decided to stop doubting myself and just keep working at it. And this morning, I had a meeting with my dreamiest client I've ever had. I've been working with them for a year. I submitted a proposal for another dream client I've been wanting to work with for 2 years. So those terrible choices made me doubt myself, and the moment I stopped doubting myself, I was able to transform them and make them the best choices of my career. And my business name is This Makes Me Happy because I'm so happy where I am, and I think that transforming those bad choices into good choices put me where I am today and made me very happy.